As U.S. senators gear up to return to Capitol Hill next week, some Republicans are pushing for direct retaliation against China for its disinformation about the coronavirus pandemic. Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales reports.
Well, Tracy, the director of national intelligence says that U.S. intelligence agencies do not believe that the COVID-19 virus was in fact made inside of a Chinese lab. However, they're still looking into the possibility that it may have escaped from a Chinese lab. Some lawmakers want to hold China accountable, and one lawmaker in particular who I spoke with says China should not be trusted.
I think we're compromised every day by China.
Republican Congressman Devin Nunes tells me the House Intelligence Committee has been waving red flags about China for the past decade.
We were actually the first ones to warn about using Chinese telecommunications technology because it allows the Chinese to listen in on our phone calls and grab our emails from all over the globe, which is why they've been undercutting other telecommunications companies for over a decade now.
This morning, a spokesman for the Chinese government said, "We admonish the American politicians to stop blaming China and to spend their time and energy on better controlling the epidemic situation at home." Senate Democrats have stayed largely silent about any repercussions the communist country should face, but Senate Judiciary Chairman Lindsey Graham is pleading with Democrats to hold China accountable. He says China must do three things: fully cooperate with investigations into the virus's origins, close all wet markets selling wildlife, and release jailed Hong Kong democracy advocates from Chinese prisons. And Asian foreign policy expert Gordon Chang has advised,
we've got to make sure that our global supply chains are resilient. And that means, for instance, making things in America for Americans. But also, I think that we need to deter China. And to deter China, I think we should be starting to seize Chinese assets.
It's not punishment. I think it's just smart governing.
Senator Graham is also calling for the U.S. to cancel its $1 trillion debt with China, slapping them with, quote, pandemic tariffs. But critics that I spoke with say that that would have devastating effects against the global market. Tracy?
Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales reporting for us tonight. Thanks so much, Erik.